Welcome to another episode of Pit Lane Parley.
Welcome to another episode of Pit Lane Parlay. I am your host, Mike Jokum. Joining me this afternoon is driver for HMD Motorsports, Santi Urrutia. Santi, how are you this afternoon?
Hi, everyone. I'm in Uruguay. I'm pretty well. Of course, wouldn't to be in America this time, with the season already started, but it is what it is. And I'm here right now at my house, hanging out with my parents and doing the quarantine in Uruguay. So apart from the coronavirus, everything is going well.
Good, man. Good. So during this downtime, we've seen the Road to Indy and IndyCar do some iRacing events, and the Road to Indy has 37 guys this weekend. Will you at some point be able to join in the sim racing party while we are stuck at home?
Well, I'm a huge fan of the sim racing. It's something that I have always liked, and the problem is that because I have been traveling all the time. Like last year, I raced in Europe, then I'm living in Uruguay, and now I'm back in America and everything. I never had a proper sim, so right now I just get one, but I get it in America, and right now I'm in Uruguay, so I'm trying to figure out if I can bring this simulator from Miami, which is where I'm living in America, to here in Uruguay. And it's supposed to get here in around 10 or 15 days. So as soon as you get here in Uruguay, definitely I want to be part of those races. I think it's fun. I mean, I think it's good for the fans. I think, it's good for training also, at least you do something. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get my sim in here and start doing those races. It actually looks very fun when I look all the videos from the drivers and everything. I think it's fun, and you can see that people, is watching it. I mean, people watch the races and everything. So I think it's a cool idea. So I hope I can get in as soon as my sim get here in Uruguay.
Awesome. Yeah. So taking a step back to 2019, last year you raced in the TCR cars over in Europe. Did that make you more determined to return to Indy Lights or IndyCar this year in 2020?
I don't know. I mean, my goal was get into an IndyCar. I mean, my dream is IndyCar. So I've been working, for the past few years trying to get the deal in IndyCar, but it's difficult. Honestly, it's difficult to get the budget to race in IndyCar. So I know the only chance that I can be able to get and drive for IndyCar it will be winning the Indy Lights Championship, so I can get a scholarship. And then if I get a little bit more money from my country, then probably expecting to get a full ride in IndyCar. But I did this year Europe, and it's something that I like. Is of course completely two different things. Is front wheel traction, cars, are completely different to what is a formula car. It's not that quick. I mean, it's completely different story. But I enjoyed my year in Europe. I finished third, rookie champion and everything. But at the end of the year, my goal was like racing in WTCI, which is the World Cup, and then uh, Audi step back. I mean, they're not gonna be racing anymore on TCR. So then I decide, and then I start talking again to going back to America, and I say, okay, let's see if I can get a ride. And as soon as I start talking with HMD, I start talking first of all with my engineer Tim Neff that I worked with him 3 years. So he was involved already working for HMD, and I say, look, I wanna go back to America. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we figured out I fly, and then I did a test in Sebring, and then I talked to the owner and with Henry, and we figured out a solution, and yeah, everything came back again, and I'm super happy to be back, honestly, in the Indy Lights car. Even if I did 3 years in Indy Lights, I haven't been racing for a year in the car, so is something that I have to get everything back. I need more testing. I need more, more time on the car to, get the feeling back from the formulas. But everything is looking. I mean, it was looking good on the preseason and everything in San Pete on the free practice. We saw David on P1, so the cars is really quick. We're super exciting and inside the team, even if we like not a brand new, but pretty much a new team with people with a lot of experience. So I think I think it's going to be a strong year for us, and yeah, for sure, I'm super happy to be back, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna fight all year against the other drivers, especially with Andretti, that they always have strong cars and strong drivers. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, for sure. So I know you've only had probably limited interaction with your HMD co-drivers, but what are your co-drivers and team like so far behind the scenes? How do you feel about the team?
I think the team is great. Just the first day I went into the team, I saw people with a lot of experience. So that's something that I like. I seen mechanics that they worked before in Ganassi, they worked before in Andretti. Then you have engineers that work in Smith, then they have worked in Juntos. So in whatever they have worked, they have win races and they have win championships. So you have people with a lot of experience, and it's something that at this time that the series is already racing, what, 6 or 5 years with these cars, you need the people that have been working for all those years in the car. So you have to make sure that every time you go on a racetrack, you have a car to win. Um, Pretty much, people knows what to put on the cars. I mean, the setups and everything. So I think right now we have one of the strongest team in the field for sure. Henry, the owner, has done a really impressive job, I would say. Signing all those people, mechanics and engineers, and also drivers. He has his son David that is super quick. Myself that I have experience, even if I haven't raced for last year. And then we have Antonio that he's a super rookie driver, but he shows that he's quick and he can be super competitive. So I think we have a really strong team. I think we can be able to win races and we fight for the championship. But obviously, I'm super happy to be part of HMD because of that, because I have a lot of people with a lot of experience. So that's basically what I like from the team. It's not a new team because all the people that I saw working for the team already has a big experience in motorsport.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I completely agree. So returning to Indy Lights this year, is there one track that you're now obviously the schedule is kind of ever changing, but is there one track that's on the current schedule that you are most looking forward to returning to?
Well, I always like Mid Ohio. It's a racetrack that I have always won there and I have few pole positions and everything. So I'm looking forward to go back to Mid Ohio. Then definitely the Peter 100. It's a special race. In I think in an Indy Lights championship, everyone wants to win the Freedom and the championship. So yeah, for road course, I will go for Mid Ohio, and then for the oval for sure, the Peter 100. And I also like the street circuit. I like Toronto, and yeah, from what I can see in the schedule, we're doing 3 races in Mid Ohio, so I think that's pretty cool for us. We're gonna be strong there, and if you have 3 races in a weekend that you think you can be strong, that's really good because you can get for sure big points. And yeah, Toronto and the Freedom 100, those races are not easy, especially on, you can make mistakes. And on the street courses, you have the wall super close, and then the Freedom 100 is going super quick. And if you do a mistake, also you go directly to the wall too. So yeah, I'm super excited to go back for the oval races. So I would say Freedom 100 and Mid Ohio for sure. And yeah, also the field, is looking pretty good. I think 10 cars. Last year I raced in Indy Lights. We were only like 7 cars. So I think 10 cars is a good number. And I hope for the Freedom 100, at least they say we will be around 10 or 13 cars, 12 or 13 cars. So I think that's really good for the series there.
Yeah, I think Indy Lights is definitely headed in the right direction in terms of car count again. On the
Yeah.
on the other side, is there a track that maybe you aren't looking forward to returning to? Maybe one you've had some struggles at in the past?
Um, Not really, honestly. I mean, the only one, but I think we're not racing this year is Portland. I hate that track. I don't know why, but it's a track that I don't like. I think we did the last race of the season 2 years ago there in Portland, and yeah, it's just a track that I don't like. I don't know why, but it never fit my driving style. So yeah, I think we're not going there, and I hope we're not going to Portland this year.
Yeah, fair. So moving on here, is there anything you think you need to do from a driving standpoint to improve to make sure that you can capture that Indy Lights championship and make that long awaited jump up to IndyCar?
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, I have to learn few things. As I say, I need to get the feeling back, and I don't know. I don't know honestly what exactly I have to change. I think I have been quick for on the past few years, but I think there are like few little things that I have to improve on my driving. Sometimes a little bit too aggressive, and I think I overdrive the car a little bit, and that's something that I need to fix of my driving. And yeah, as I say, I'm lucky that I have people with experience in the team, so they can teach me, pretty quick, and get the feeling back quick in the car. And Road America, where we're gonna start the championship, is a track that I won there before, so it's a track that I really like. And Yancy, which is the engineer from Davy, they won races last year there, so the car is gonna be quick for us. But for sure, I have to be working, with my driving style all year long. I think right now I'm like on 70% of what I'm capable of doing it. So I think during the year I'm gonna be getting better and better and better.
Awesome, man. So I'm going to wrap it up here with one final question. Again, thanks for joining me this afternoon. A couple of years ago, I think it was before the 2018 season, you were really close to an IndyCar deal. It started making the waves around the media circuit, and then it fell through. Was there a sponsor that kind of pulled out at the last minute? Is that sort of what happened
Yeah,
before?
I was, I was, uh, I was talking to a sponsor, a big company from South America, that I was having the meetings and everything, and I have the emails and I have everything that they say, we're gonna support you for a program for 3 years in an IndyCar. So, but without signing everything, so everything was like in meetings, but everything was going on the right way, because they start saying around social media and in here around in Uruguay that they will support me for 3 years in an IndyCar. So I start talking with different teams in an IndyCar, and for some reason, I don't know, one day I just take my phone and I receive the call from this guy, and they say, Santi, we're not gonna support you in IndyCar. And I don't know what happened, honestly, but I lost the chance to be in an IndyCar. And it was a little bit weird situation, because I was already talking with few teams because I had the money, because that's what they say. Uh, but definitely I learned something. If we don't, even if you sign a contract with sponsor, or with somebody, till you don't have the money in the bank to pay the team or something, don't say anything. So it was tough time for me those years, because um, Colin took away my championship in 2016, uh, and I lost championship by only 1 point, I think, and I lost the scholarship, and I don't have the money to pay a full season in IndyCar. So then in the next year, I raced for Brian, and we did a good season and everything. We finished second, but I have the support from this company that say, Santi, we're gonna support you for 3 years in an IndyCar, and from one day to other they say, Santi, we're not gonna pay you. So it was difficult times, honestly, but I never give up, and I'm still here, trying to get my deal in IndyCar. So I know if one day I get to IndyCar, it's not because I just bring 4 million and I'm racing in IndyCar. I can be proud of myself. I'm pretty sure that if one day I'm driving an IndyCar, I did it because I win the Indy Lights championship, or because I have shown someone is believing on me that I'm capable of driving an IndyCar. So that's what I'm trying to do: winning the championship, get the scholarship, and then going to an IndyCar and prove the big teams or small team or whatever that I can drive an IndyCar, and I can be competitive. But yeah, for sure, those back on those years, it was really tough time, because honestly, at one point, I say to myself, probably I don't have to race anymore, because I mean, I was doing something, for nothing. Uh, but then at the end of the day, I always find the motivation to keep going, and I'm still here. So I'm 23 years old right now. I'm probably, to be honest, now is the last chance that I have. If I don't make it this year to be in an IndyCar next year, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to get it. So I had to be 100% in every detail this year to be able to win the championship and then be in IndyCar next year.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I wish you and we wish you the best of luck going forward in 2020. We'll wrap it up here and let you enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon. Thank you very much for joining again, and good luck in 2020. Hopefully we'll see you on the grid sooner rather than later.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.